We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. This is the tariff day, reciprocal tariff day, liberation day. I got a better idea. How about shut up day? Shut up. The liberal media, Doomberg. God, stop it. Actually, it's buy crypto day, right? It may be buy crypto day today or tomorrow, right? So today, the algos will trade the headlines. Trump says, ... whatever it is, sell. Okay. And when they get done with that, and they realize that Liberation Day means we're liberated from this news flow, right? Like, what are we going to have? It's Liberation Day, and then what are we going to have after that? I changed my mind. Let's talk about it some more. People are just going to be like, okay. Right? In other words, if he talks about it after today, people are going to be like, okay, yeah, we're talking about this again. Or maybe he just won't talk about it. He'll pivot over to crypto, which, I mean, there's every indication. Eric Trump, everyone's out there already talking about it. So he pivots from what's bad to what's good. Sell equities. Everyone's hysterical. Kramer's upset. Not doing it. Not doing it. Not doing it. Right? They want to sell crypto, take it from them, right? Because I got a chart, and this is it. You're the first to see it. I'm going to give it to all my people. And at the end of the day, I might wind up putting it on Twitter. I think the only reason I may not put it on Twitter because it's experimental. I got this thing from Perplexity plotting the number of tariff headlines versus, with some like analysis of like, okay, when you got peak tariff headlines, where was Bitcoin? And then when tariff was quiet, where was Bitcoin? Turns out 2017, it's very simple. Well, don't wait. Actually, I'm not going to show you that yet. But I'm sure you can predict based on what I just said, right? As soon as Liberation Day is over, this is liberation from stupidity. Where do you see the American left-wing media? I think we're just going to absolutely 100% fade that and have fun doing it. Alexandra, am I on the air? Are we on the air? I think we're on the air. Or are we? Are we on the air? Yes, on a different stream. Oh, okay. What did I didn't give him the right link? Okay, we're on the air on a different stream. Hi, everybody. Welcome. I gave everybody the wrong link. Okay, so we are live on the air. Hello. Welcome, Jose. Everybody is sitting waiting for me on the wrong stream. Okay, market update. Oh my God. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about tariffs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to overlay that, like I said, with 2017. Okay. Stay with me here. Don't go anywhere. Now, one of the things that I look at is how the tariff moves unfold, right? Don't go anywhere. The big moves in the tariffs were in April, May, and August. So this sets up a scenario where April, May, and August. So this sets up a scenario where everyone is bearish. Okay. So follow me here. Thank you for staying. Everyone is bearish. Everyone thinks equities are going to zero. Equities may have some huge climactic puke today. And then Michael Saylor, BlackRock is already saying Bitcoin can challenge the dollar, which is a nice way of saying the dollar is going massively lower. Okay. And if you have that, and then you have just an organic either reduction in tariff headlines, or just like people just get numb to it, right? Like how many times can you really go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth? And then there's something that, I brought up yesterday, which I have in the PowerPoint. It's called BBC. Okay. Big Besant. Besant, I think is how you say it, is the Treasury Secretary. And more or less what he says goes. Like what the Fed does doesn't matter anymore for interest rates. I mean, yeah, they can lower it, raise it. But what the Treasury does, like with Treasury QE, right? The Treasury can issue as many treasuries as it wants, right? And then monetize the debt from there. They can. Janet did it. They can get Bitcoin going. They can help the sovereign wealth fund get going. They can help the stable coins get going. Besant has says we're relevering the banking system. How does he do that? With stable coins. So I'm not going to go into what the C means in BBC, but you might be able to figure it out based on the Arthur Hayes headlines. And again, if you stuck around, we appreciate it. All right. Arthur Hayes thinks Bitcoin's going to 250K by the end of the year. But he just released a piece where he said, yeah, we're going to start buying slowly. Okay. Why are we buying slowly at the cost of production? And this is like a really important thing. This is like a fireside chat type of element. Okay. So I don't spend a lot of time unless it's ridiculous or unless I think something's coming like FTX trying to find tops. Like everyone loves, the heroes on Twitter. They're the swing traders. Everyone's a swing trader and things like that. I don't do it. Now, Arthur Hayes had a really good call because when Bitcoin was at 100, he said, we're going to unwind the whole election trade and we're going to go 75. And he was a genius, right? Because no one was looking for that. No one was definitely looking for 75. He could have gotten a correction, but yeah, guess what? Okay. So he's a genius. He got to 79, right? Then when it got to 79, he wasn't sure about the bottom. He's like, well, I think it might go to 75 because that was my original target. So the guy who's super bullish was unsure at the actual bottom. And now he's hesitant about buying. Whereas I'm taking a whole different tone. I think the whole down move, even though people got wrecked, psychologically, it's bunk. It's bunk. And I don't do that because when you get caught up in that, right? When you get bearish, like, yeah, I'm bearish, man. I made money being bearish. It's fun being bearish. It's like when it goes down, I'm happy. Yeah. So we're going to have one more down low so I can buy, right? The market's going to give me a special final dip. And then everybody listening to you on Twitter goes, oh, yeah, I'm going to get that. Going to get that one, the Muppets, Oh, yeah, we're going to get that one dip. Yeah. The Muppet Show. Anybody's ever watched it, Google it. Muppets. They sit around and go, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wrong. Now he's like, well, Bitcoin's at the cost of production, but I'm cautiously buying because I'm afraid of the Orange Man and ABC News, whatever. So the guy who thinks it's going to 250K, even though he had the right call, and he's a genius, obviously, but he hesitated, right? He hesitated at the low. You don't get bearish because when you see the bearish nitties go too far, that's when you get involved. And you don't make life-changing money in being crypto by being leveraged short. You make, unless you have FTX or 2018, but in a 25% Bitcoin correction or in an altcoin avalanche, yeah, okay. If you were short altcoins, you did well. But where's Web3 going to be? Like OpenAI is not profitable. NVIDIA's got competition from China. Stocks, not going up anytime soon. It's like a range, or it's just kind of like a grind down. What are you going to invest in for AI? Really? You're going to have AI in the blockchain? You're going to have AI in DeFi? You're not going to have an ICO season with AI agents? I got something here that's pretty scary about software engineers. Like companies just letting people go, right? And I got something else on my Twitter, right, about AI agents. Okay. It's unbelievable when you see this. And this is not going to get traded anywhere in crypto. Like you've got crypto influencers, you've got virtuals, you've got Lush, you got even antivirus. You got all of these things that want to have talking people trading it like zero valuation. Zero. And where do you see this stuff? So I'm not making this up. It's like been released by big companies. But of course, it's not going to get traded in crypto because ABC News says the world is ending because of tariffs. Okay. All right, let's just stick around for the PowerPoint. Sorry, it was a little lumpy there in the beginning. Okay, I'm sorry. We're having just technical problems out the wazoo. I feel bad. I think we lost Alexandra. So somebody send her a DM and tell her that we're. Let me see if I can at Alexandra. No, can't do it. Okay. So, yeah, we'll check it out. We got SGSG popped in. So the OGs are here. So we have Jose, welcome. Zav, Tango, Taz Pinball, Thomas, Huber's Ranch. Can't Stop the Cap TV. Welcome. Oh, no. Bud74, Carmenko, and, of course, SG, the OG. Okay. All right, let's go. German politicians worry about gold in U.S. vaults. Well, it's a little late for that, bro. You should have been figuring this out because this has been the worst kept secret in the world, in the gold world, for at least 10 years. At least. Probably more like 15. And silver could be worse. Dude, you just got to have Bitcoin. Like if you got physical gold, congratulations. You got physical gold. It could go to 5,000. It could go to 10,000. That's great. But if you don't have physical, if you don't have it, you may not have it. Whereas with Bitcoin, when you have it in your possession, you have it. Just don't throw away the USB drive that it's on. Somebody did that. I don't have the headline. Yeah, somebody did that. So the bottom line is the difference between gold and Bitcoin is that with Bitcoin, when you have it, you have it. With gold, unless you have it, you don't have it. Right? Like if you got it in store, if you don't, the only place on the planet that I would trust with gold, other than me, is this place called Tex Metals, like 90 minutes away from where they have in Shiner, Texas, which is where they make Shiner beer. And you see this unassuming building that's made out of this giant brick called Tex Metals. And you go in, and it's just classic. I can't describe it exactly, but it's a bunch of cowboys, let's put it that way, with all the imagery that comes with that and tools. Okay. And they store your gold for you. They have a trading desk. They have all that. But if you don't have it, or you don't have it at Tex Metals, you don't have it. Now, Val Kilmer, Top Gun, Iceman. Iceman, we salute you, brother. Gone at 65. Trump's Liberation Day will create a golden age for American workers, says right-wing media, and Liberation Day arrives as Trump gambles on big, risky tariff policy as the world comes to an end. Trump tariff rollout opens a new era of risk. So Trump opens his mouth today, and the whole world is different tomorrow. Everything's different. Everything changes. Everything comes to a stop. It's a zombie movie. The virus is released. Don't you see how stupid this is? This has nothing to do with crypto. The media is trying to get you convinced that this is like a calamity. It's a whole bunch of noise to get as many factories over here as they can. And then what they'll do is they'll announce it. They'll talk tough. They'll do this. They'll do that. And then they'll just let it fade. They'll change the subject. Hopefully they change the subject to something constructive like crypto. Because they got to get money in people's hands or housing's going to blow up. Period. I got the headline. Okay. So they are trying to tell you that the world is ending. The data is mixed, right? So the world is not actually ending. People did get raises. You know, that's not exactly wonderful for inflation, but of course we don't want people to suffer. So the media is not focusing on the fact that there is some sort of an uptick in spending and incomes when the orange man came in. So some of that data, you know, as long as there's not like epic layoffs, it'll be okay. There still could be labor market disruptions. We'll talk about that. Okay. So this guy, right? It's like, gee, I'm going to create a business model. I want to get on the tape and say everything, and I want everyone to do the opposite. So I'm going to do it on purpose. It's such genius. I can't believe it, right? Like literally his PR people came in and said, let's buy the high and sell the low every single time. And people will just love us. They'll make ETFs, reverse of us. They'll pay us. I'll have 2 million followers on Twitter because, you know, the old people who love me, and everybody on crypto Twitter will love me because they think I'm a reverse indicator, and we'll just continue to feed into that. So, of course, a 20% tariff would be horrendous for the economy. Oh, my God, it's over. Imports are 11% of GDP. So if everyone it's like if everyone just like if imports just stopped, yeah, of course that's bad. But everyone's acting like it's the end of the world. It's like 2008. It's not. If there's a problem like 2008. It's housing because that market's locked. But this is like, oh my God, please stop it. Just shut up. Okay, now this is not a joke, right? Tech companies letting people go. This thing with AI and software. One guy said it. Again, this guy's a genius. I wish I could come up with this stuff. Code is no longer scarce. It's not scarce. You can push a button and get code. I did it this morning with Perplexity, right? I wouldn't needed to know Python or have a $4,000 a month data system to do it because that's what I used to have at Goldman, and Perplexity just did it. I don't know if the data is accurate, but we'll go over it. Code's not scarce anymore, and that's scary. It's scary, but how are you going to protect yourself? So this is what we can focus on. We get all down in the mouth. We can all get worried about it. There's a lot of stuff to get worried about, whatever. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Do sovereigns have your interest at heart? You following this geopolitical situation in the Middle East? They don't have your interest at heart. Maybe if we can get crypto going, I would change my mind a little bit. I might change my mind a lot of bit, but you look at this, like, you know, what's going to happen with the job market in AI? How do you hedge yourself? Well, it's easy. You buy an AI play. Okay, what's that? NVIDIA? No. Microsoft? No. OpenAI? No. What are you going to buy? It's got to be something crypto, right? AI and DeFi, right? AI is going to be trading for you. AI agents. Wait do you see what AI agents are going to do. Wait, I'm telling you. You're going to be glad you stuck around. So Congressman wants us buying 1 million Bitcoin soon. So this guy, if you just take a look at him, right? If you take a look at him, you get a look at his face, right? Would you listen to anything this dude had to say? Does he look like a crypto bro? Does he look like anything? I mean, it's not like I'm Mr. Beautiful or anything, but would anybody on Twitter be caring about what this guy had to say? But he's like, hey, you know what? Let's buy Bitcoin. Could get popular. BlackRock and CEO's American investor letter. America risks losing reserve currency status to digital assets like Bitcoin. Okay, let me translate for Larry. Because Larry can't say it. Dalio can't say it. They're all afraid to say it because they don't want someone knocking on their door. Because someone will knock on your door. It doesn't matter who's in office. They can come knocking on my door. I'm in Texas. The dollar has to go lower. The dollar has to go massively lower, like 1985. It has to go massively lower. The dollar went massively lower in 85. It went massively lower after the dot-com bust. So 2000 and 2002, when the Fed started cutting rates, the dollar just went straight down. And again, that's good for the U.S. economy. Our goods get cheaper abroad. Really, that's what the orange man wants. He wants stocks down a little, but he wants the dollar down massively. And that's what Larry is telling you. Like, reserve currency status. Yeah, Bitcoin is going to be, the world. Bitcoin will eat the world. And that's all possible, and that's fine. But in the meantime, the dollar has to go lower. See, Larry's like, well, how does Bitcoin get to 3 million? My attitude is, how do we get to 120K? Because right now, 120K would blow everyone's mind, right? It would. It would blow everyone's mind. I'm not going to lie to you. I looked at ETH, hit 1,800, and I was like, oh my God, the stock market's going to crack, and ETH's going to go to 900. And my associate Toby was like, dude, it's the bottom. Stop it. And I'm like, you're right. Because the dollar has to go lower. And Larry's telling you that. When has Larry ever told you something that didn't happen? Really? Now, the orange man, did, okay, we're doing crypto, and then he did tariffs instead of crypto, but that pivot is returning, and I'll show you what happens when he does it. Okay, so the guys that got rescued from outer space are grateful to Elon and the orange man. I would be too. I'm imagining getting stuck in space is not fun. So, some interest that we have some goodness going on with sovereigns. So, Wisconsin to the left. to the left. You know, so the Supreme Court in the state of Wisconsin, so the highest judicial entity in the state of Wisconsin, which ironically is known for cheese production and an American football team called the Packers. But because of the University of Wisconsin at Madison, they are notoriously left-wing up there. And guess what? They still are. They still are. These are the people that put Marie Le Pen in jail, right? Like, they don't like it. Conor McGregor is probably next, right? They're going after these guys, and they're not nice people, and they just won an election in the United States. So if you think you don't need crypto, you think you don't need privacy, you don't think you need a hedge for your job, and you don't think AI agents are going to do anything, don't go anywhere. I'm about to explain it to you. Van Eck registers Binance Coin ETF. Now, you're probably wondering, dude, what's with the Binance Coin ETF? Because there's no Binance stock, right? I don't know if Binance US can go public, right? But if they can't go public, then put Binance Coin in an ETF and have that be like Binance stock. That's how Van Eck is thinking. That's why they want XRP. That's why they want Solana, right? If it can't be an IPO, let's put the coin in an ETF and then put all the ETFs together into a fund, because that's what they do, right? That's what they do. You know, you can't have one ETF for a mutual fund company. You need to have 12. It makes sense, right? Okay, so here's animations on ChatGPT. Cartoons. Think some knuckle dragger like me could ever make a cartoon? I made pictures of me last night. I don't even know if I have it up here still. Yeah, I mean, the Eagle King showed me how to make pictures of myself on ChatGPT going like this. So no photo shoot, no photographer, no editor, nothing. Zero. I couldn't do these things before. All these YouTubers can't do it. Like, when I have to do my own stuff, I have to do it with AI, and now I can do myself. Okay. The government ran out of loans for private construction process, and now we're seeing flattening of both public and private sector spending. Okay. Scary part is that taxpayers are on the hook when these loans go bad. Listen, the corruption, the nonsense, see, if you reduce government spending and somehow don't create an employment mess, which I'm not convinced of that, is totally avoidable, but rates can come down. And if they don't, the dollar can come down. And if that doesn't happen, the only way to vent the pressure in the system is what, ladies and gentlemen? What? Tell me, class. What's the only way to vent the pressure in the system? Professor Bill, the only way to vent the pressure in the system is to have crypto go up. Because the difference between this and every other crisis in American history is that instead of having to have everything blow up, Dalio style, you can have crypto go up to vent the system. And if you got to vent all the pressure in the system, that's the whole global system, through crypto and Bitcoin, that is a monster rally, and we're all quitting. I got a note from a guy yesterday in the comments. God bless him. He's like, listen, bro, if it wasn't for you and you on this thing every day, ranting and raving and pounding the table, I would have quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Just don't quit. Okay, so some right-wing, pillow and blanket salesman guy who's pretty famous, is always getting banned and kicked off everything, which isn't fair. But he's from Minnesota, and he's going to run against this guy. So again, Wisconsin, Minnesota, for whatever reason, I don't know, it's cold, I don't know. They're super left-wing up there. I don't know why, right? I'm just glad I live, 1,500 miles in the opposite direction in Texas. Okay, so, the left is getting a little upset because, Elon is going to start dropping stuff that's going to result in people getting cuffed and taken away. It's about to get real. And again, ready? This may be the next conversation, diversion, whatever. In other words, if Elon is leaving in May, then Elon has to go out in a blaze of popular glory. In other words, they got to find all the scandals. They got to have the Bureau, the Justice Department. They got to have Elon go out on top. They got to have him go out as a hero. And I think starting today or tomorrow, this whole tariff conversation, when the world doesn't end, ABC News. We're going to trade. Let's trade with ABC News. Let's do that. The ABC News Bitcoin crypto ETF. Yeah. Everything they say, let's do that. Yeah. The opposite of that. Okay. What's the next conversation? Okay. CDC, FDA. Sorry, you're done. 10,000 people at a clip. They're going to do it until they can't do it anymore. They are. And they're not going to stop. Right. And even if Elon goes, that's probably just what they're going to do. They're going to call up everybody like they do in corporations. And they say, I need 10 people from your department. They're going. Pick the 10 people. Okay. Now here's the sign that the whole thing is going to turn around. Eric Trump. Hello, Bitcoin. Right. Sometimes this guy bull posts at the top. Sometimes so do I. Okay. Watch out. Watch out. Bessent, right? The Treasury Secretary. Major companies are now hoarding Bitcoin in their balance sheet and predicts explosive growth ahead for crypto because one day you're going to have everyone chasing yield on stablecoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and you're going to have XRP adopted by the banking system, and nobody wants to trade this because we're all watching ABC News. Senator Ted Cruz, who, even though he's from Texas, is probably the most unlikable individual in American politics, believe it or not. He is. They had an ice storm in Texas. He got on a plane 2 days before and went to the tropics. Well, people couldn't find food and water. Seriously. The guy's unlikable. But he's actually very smart. He's a high IQ guy. He's just not that likable. But he's hip to the game now. Right? Incentivize renewable Bitcoin mining. Texas will be the #1 place for mining. I mean, what? Look at the smile on his face. He's like, no one likes me. I got a great idea. Let's make Bitcoin mining in Texas like the biggest thing anyone's ever seen. Oh, and by the way, when you look at the stocks, oh my God, you look at the stocks are destroyed. And they got 13 bottoms everywhere, even Coinbase. Crazy. Bitcoin supply on exchanges has dropped 7%. So when everybody comes in, when everyone, like I said, I always say this, right? No one wants it at 80, even Arthur Hayes. They don't want it at 80, but at 108, it'll be much more attractive. And where's the supply going to be at 108? Moreover, how fast can it go from 80 to 108 when people realize, oh, good, wait, you mean I shouldn't have been negative on tariffs? Wow, okay. Now what am I going to do? Boom, gone. There's no supply, right? They sold it to Michael Saylor at 86, and they didn't have enough time to get it back. They can't replenish their inventories. Like they wanted to crack it to 76. They're probably going to do it today. I'm telling you, what these guys are going to do? They're going to short S&P. They're going to say, okay, we got to break Bitcoin. We got to break crypto. Let's go short the stock market and see if we can get that to crack so we can get our Bitcoin back. They're not going to get it back. They're not getting it back because we're hip to this game. BlackRock registers as a crypto asset firm in the UK. You know what? Even though I do think BlackRock is an awful organization, hey, if you're in the UK and you're the second most awful organization, what does that say about the first most awful organization, which of course would be whoever is running the sovereign entity over there? I mean, crypto in the UK is going to wind up being this like underground industry. Like I wish I had the resources to open up like antivirus storefront. We need antivirus storefronts. Come on in, get some fish and chips. We'll get you online. We'll help you buy Bitcoin. We'll get you the Bitcoin ETF or whatever the UK equivalent is. And we'll get you set up on antivirus so you can look at something on Facebook and not go to jail. GameStop buys completes its stock offering. Okay, great. Thank you, GameStop. Thank you. Please get these people out of here. That's just if the only corporation buying Bitcoin other than MicroStrategy is GameStop. Oh God, shut up. Circle going public. No one cares. You got to be kidding me. What are they going to do? People don't understand this. When you go public, you sell stock and get money. What are they going to do with the money? They're going to get huge. They're just going to get huge. They're going to become Tether times 10. They're going to get huge. Ripple is next, right? The stablecoin companies are smart. Let's IPO at the bottom. Yeah, let's just IPO when everybody will want our stock because the stock market's bottom, right? Okay, so yeah, here we go. Oh my God. U.S. imports surged to record heights as consumers stocked up. Yeah, dude. Okay. Yeah. Definitely stock up on avocados. Definitely stock up on Canadian whiskey. I see here it is. Whiskey. Yeah, okay. Get your Canadian whiskey while you can. The entire fate of the U.S. economy rides on avocados and Canadian whiskey. Yeah, okay. Maybe it's a good time to buy a car. I don't know. Right. If you can get financing, sure. You can get financing. It's great. Okay. Again, they do these tariffs. They do them. Everyone gets hysterical. And then what's the next trade after that? What's the next trade? Now, this is what we should be worried about. Public concern grows over housing affordability. A major, major problem. What's the solution? Get wealth in people's hands. I said this in January. I got smoked. I don't care. I still think I'm right. The only way this administration can prevent an unemployment problem and get housing moving, they either got to get rates down or crypto up, preferably both. They have to put money in people's hands, and this is going to happen, and Besant knows it. He knows it. Arthur Hayes says Bitcoin could hit 250K by the end of the year, citing the Fed's shift towards Treasury QE. That's Besant, right? In other words, the Treasury can print money even if the Fed won't do it, and a massive liquidity injection. But as we'll see in the PowerPoint, I'm going to be carefully buying. Carefully, slowly. Okay, bro. We'll see how that turns out. Because the bus could leave without these people. The bullish people are bearish. The bullish people are scared. The bullish people are upset. Like me, I was upset. Cynthia Loomis says, U.S. Treasury. Besant. MasterCard, blockchain-powered payment network, or they're out of business. They're done. If MasterCard and Visa don't do stablecoins, they're done. And when MasterCard and Visa do stablecoins, what follows that? Bitcoin. They're going to print stablecoins in the crypto market. I keep saying this. This is what Besant wants. This is Treasury QE, right? This is, I want stablecoins massive. I want it huge. I want to own the stablecoin market because if the stablecoin market is dollar denominated, our currency will survive. We want it lower, but the currency will continue to function if we're digital. That's it. Like, if you were a local Chinese restaurant, right? And you're like, okay, what are we going to do? How are we going to survive? Everyone orders food at home. What are we going to have? 3 delivery drivers? No, let's get on DoorDash. Remember this? Let's get digital. Everyone's got to do digital. It's like 15 years ago. Like every consulting firm's like, okay, you got to hire us because you got to go digital. You got to have a website. You got to have an app. Now, digital is digital assets. How much talk of there is this? None. This news is ignored, and you've been told. Okay, so just in case you think there isn't going to be an AI trade, just in case you think that. Somebody who can't talk, who's paralyzed, can now talk in her voice, supposedly, okay, with a brain implant. Welcome to the future. Meanwhile, Thailand, little cities can get hip to this. They're like, you know what? These morons that are going to buy this thing at 120, why don't we buy it at 80? Metaplanet, 696 Bitcoin. Get it while it's hot. Tether buys 8,000 Bitcoin. Get it while it's hot. Indian company. Here's the next cool thing. Who's the first big company in XYZ country to buy Bitcoin? How many countries we got out there? I don't know. It's a Perplexity Grok thing after you get done listening to me. Okay, now, PowerPoint. It's this simple. Okay. So this is the guy from yesterday. The market is crazy and I need sanity. So I'm sanity. I talk. This is my job. This has been my job for 30 years at Goldman, at crypto. I talk when no one else can talk. When no one else knows what to do, I'm up. That's it. And in the bull markets, everybody can talk. I can talk too. But can you talk when no one talks? Now, this is very simple. This is an estimate by an AI. I have no idea about the source of the data. I have no idea it's right. I mean, it's in Perplexity. I did it right before I came on the air, so I know they sourced their stuff. This is the 20-day moving average of tariff headlines the last time the Orange Man was in office in 2017. So, we have a lot of tariff headlines in the beginning of the year, 2017. And then when he stopped, when the tariff headlines started dropping, Bitcoin went from 931 to 2.7K. Huh, how about that? As soon as he stopped talking, the market went straight up. Then he started talking about it again. Talk. Market goes into a range. Stops talking about it. Boom, 1x. So from July to August 2017, boom. So we started the year at 900. And then in the middle of August, it was at 4.7K. And people think, I don't know. Obviously, these kind of multiples are not going to happen in Bitcoin, but they certainly can happen somewhere else, like ETH, which is still in a bear market. And then, of course, when we finally became, one, immune to the tariff talk in September, and two, they printed stable coins, Bitcoin went from 5K to 19K. Is this an accident? Am I out of my mind? Do you people think I'm making stuff up? No. Liberation Day is when we're done talking about this, or when we're done taking it seriously. So I got to talk about QE, crypto, housing, the Middle East. I don't know. But the second they stop talking about this, crypto goes up. It's happened before, and it's going to happen again. It's not going to be, I don't know if it's going to be parabolic, but this is 2017, right? Now, what everybody remembers about 2017 is that they remember what happened in September, November, and December, because that was 5K to 20K. That was just straight up 20K. Everyone's wearing ugly Christmas sweaters with Bitcoin logos, front page New York Times. Everyone's getting ridiculously rich, and you're not. That was the headline. That was the top for 3 years right there. But that was later in the year. That's what everybody remembers. Nobody remembers what happened in April, May, July, and August, right? I mean, this thing 4x'd in 3 months, 4 months. You had April, a green candle, May, like kind of a mini God candle. And in August, it went crazy. And this is not going to take that long. You have most Web3 altcoins, the good Web3 altcoins, down 40% in just March. What happens when that turns around? It's simple. I mean, it's easy. So, okay, yeah, you're not going to have Bitcoin 3x, or maybe not. I mean, if it goes to 250, if it's currently at 80 and it's going to 250, that's a 3x. Everyone, why does no one think that can happen? This is how it happens, right? The second he stops talking about the tariffs, boom, it goes up. And I don't think people have figured this out yet. They probably will, because I'm going to spread it all over the place. I'm going to spread this like, horse manure everywhere, just everywhere. Because people are going to figure this out. The second he stops talking, and the second George Stephanopoulos on ABC News is not hysterical, boom, it's going up. Okay. Well, my AI software engineering team was just laid off because of AI. Code is no longer scarce. I feel bad for these people. They studied their whole life. They killed themselves. They work 24 hours a day, 18, 20 hours a day for 10 years, and then it's over. Done. Gone. It's terrible. But you got to get hedged. Look, you can sit here and go, oh my God, this is terrible, or you can get hedged. Now, when everything is at zero, you can buy Fartcoin. I don't care. They were giving up on antivirus yesterday. You had like tax selling or something going on there. Everyone's just like bailing. Crazy. Nuts. Okay, here we go. Tariffs make history as they break the system. Meanwhile, President said, 2 days ago? He's made up his mind and it's going to be fine. And he told you that on the 26th, but we continue to sell anyway. Okay, here's Arthur Hayes. This is his latest piece. Okay, this is some crazy thing where, Jerome Powell is not as important anymore, and all the, tough guys in the room are all the Treasury Secretary what the government does in terms of how much they spend or don't spend, how much the Treasury has to issue in terms of debt or not issue, controls interest rates and the economy. It's called fiscal dominance. The Fed is not as important as it used to be. Bessent is the guy in control, and he wants crypto higher. He wants the dollar lower and crypto higher. He wants the banking system re-levered, and stablecoins are a great way to do that. He wants to preserve the currency with stablecoins. He has said that, and we're not listening. Okay? Now, the author's fund is cautiously deploying capital into Bitcoin and other currencies, anticipating a significant gain. No, cautiously deploying. I don't want to cautiously deploy anything. I want them to hit this market on dumb algorithm stuff. I want them to drop S&P. Matter of fact, I think the harder they drop S&P, the bigger the bottom in crypto. Okay, so this is all the bullish seasonal stuff. You know, we don't. I gotta find I gotta find the PowerPoint here. Okay, here we go. Here it is. Right? February, 900. July, he stops talking. It goes to 2.7K. September, he stops talking about tariffs, 19K. Right? Every time he stops talking about the tariffs, he stops talking in July. This is the peak in headlines. Boom. Peak in headlines. 1x. Peak in headlines. 60, 80%. Peak in headlines. All he's got to do is stop talking about it. That's it. That's it. Okay, let's go to TA. Crypto stocks. Marathon Digital, 13 and 9 bottom. Now, of course, there have been 13 and 9 bottoms on the way down, but this one is close together. So was this, but, you know, whoops, share screen. Okay. Okay, so Marathon Digital, 13, 9 bottom, hope it works. Riot, blockchain, 13 bottom, partnership with the Orange Man, below support. All they need is a reclaim, and this stock is either going to 10 or 12, currently at 7. So when they get done being hysterical in S&P and QQQ or whatever it is, when they get done realizing that that stuff is not the right sector, there are 3 sectors in equities that mean anything to me. Healthcare, utilities, in other words, electricity generation and everything that goes with that, and crypto. And this stuff is just like discounted, and they're going to smack it today, or they're going to do whatever they're going to do, and this is a bottom. Right? MicroStrategy never went down. Shorted, hated, overvalued, didn't go down. Maybe it goes down later, or maybe not. Maybe they blow the shorts out of this thing. Galaxy Digital. Okay, no major DeMark bottom here, but you do have a great candlestick yesterday on major support. You have unwound the entire election rally in Galaxy Digital, Mike Novogratz's hedge fund, and guess what? There's a big, fat gap right there. At 22, stock is currently at 11. Okay, IBIT, doing a little check to see how much you like it. We'll go down into the gap 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Check, 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 check. Checking the microphone. Is everybody still bullish? Oh, okay. Let's check you again. Crazy, right? Crazy. Let's see what we got. Eagle King, breaking news. Oh, look at this. Huh. Oh, amazing. Look. The Canadians go, you know what? We'll take off all our tariffs if you don't, erase us off the planet. Huh, okay. This deal was done 3 weeks ago. This deal was done 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago, and now it's just being announced, right? So your Orange Man's like, okay, this is the deal. You'll announce it all on Liberation Day. Everybody will play nice, and that we're done. And where everyone's hysterical. I'm not doing it. Okay. So they're going to hit equities today, probably. You know what I'm saying? Like the algos will read whatever headlines. They try to hit equities. They try to hit Bitcoin. They try to hit crypto. If it doesn't go down, it's going up. If it does go down, it's going to come back and then go up. That's my opinion. I'm long Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and antivirus. Those are my 4 trades. And I held it all for March with massive pucker factor watching ETH. Now, people are asking, what about Solana? I'm fine. Yeah. I do have some Solana, but the ETH position is bigger because I don't know. I'm just a boomer and I'm crazy like that. But again, Solana, oh, yeah, I forgot this. Wait, I can't believe I forgot this. This is why you want to know why you should own Solana? I'm going to tell you right now. Because after I saw this, I'm like, oh my God, I got to own Solana. Seriously, I'm really serious about this. Okay, so what do we got here? Watch this. Okay, this is from a big tech company yesterday. These characters that are talking, okay, this is all AI, and they can talk. The tweet says, turn the sound off. People are talking. This lady is selling Instagram stories. Like, check out my Instagram. Watch this. Okay. Okay. Here we have one person. Okay. Anybody who knows anything about AI, like for anybody who started with Midjourney, like this is emotion. Good luck trying to get 2 people with their hands intact in a picture using Midjourney when it came out 2 years ago. Now we got people talking. Now we got people like live action, like Chop It, the elephant, the guy. This is like, these are computers, dude. I on purpose, I put this down in front of somebody, right, who was familiar with this company. And I just said, hey, look at this. And I just played the video. And then when I was done, I said, this is a computer. This is all AI generated. And what we're saying is there's going to be no AI agents in crypto. How long do you think it's going to be before AI agents in crypto? It's like 6 months from now. Are you going to have social media influencers from Virtual, from Lush, all these companies that are destroyed, right? This technology is out there. Talking movie style people. Look at this, like a moving background of a desert. It's happening, and we're watching tariff headlines. It's happening, and we're watching ABC News. Bitcoin, stablecoin, AI and DeFi, AI and everything inside blockchain. You need to hear my Jersey accent when I am only on the air 45 minutes or an hour a day, and you need to hear my Jersey accent when you do your thing. That's the market update for today. I will see you next time.